track. If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Then they still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Then they still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Then they still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Then they still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them.
If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Then they still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks off singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys. Catch them slipping and slam them.
Hope everybody can hear me. I will swing by later. Okay. Still making dinner. Oh, what you making? What you making? I want me a plate. Damn it. You provide the plate. I will provide the dessert. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. Saves me the trouble. Saves me the trouble to cuss a couple of people out today. Say, oh, roasted chicken breast. Yummy. And damn, roasted chicken breast and steak with steak. Man, you want to? I hope we running afterwards. You trying to pack them pounds on? Shit. Well, as I stated, who are you planning on cussing out? Some fat boy in Portugal. That's all you need to know. Some fat boy in Portugal. if he's worth cussing out, because I don't feel like cussing him out right now, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. We trying to have some positivity over here, and Big Boy wants to create chaos. He can, just not over here. But it's not my fault that you have issues with females. It's not my fault that you can't get a piece of booty. It's not my fault that you don't have a proper understanding of women. Yet you had a woman up on Nidish's panel trying to explain some shit to you, but you just weren't listening. You just weren't comprehending, and you just don't give a shit. You're 30 years old and you live 300,000 miles away, and you had the nerve to throw me under the bus. So I would throw you up the middle finger, but that's too good for you. So, I mean, come for me if you want, but it is what it is. Open panel, everyone. Maybe you remind him of what he is not. What, a man? A man of substance, a man of dignity, a man of he is a man of pride. He definitely is. And a man of other things, but I promised somebody I wouldn't go there. I would say he was full of shit. Let's just say that. And I'm being pleasant with that. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to have a discussion. Like I said, open panel to anybody who would like to come up. I would have some jazz music, but YouTube is just stingy with it. I mean, damn. I mean, they're giving out, sanctions left and right, so I ain't worried about it. But look here. Come on. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel as you come in. And if you can, and I am proposing, I'm actually proposing, if anyone here right now or later on, if there's a possibility of a donation, don't let me stop. If they could donate, a couple of bucks to the Cash App, if they can go donate a couple of bucks to the Cash App, it's about a couple of days before my son's birthday. It was a couple of days before my son's birthday, and he wants to go to He wants to go do some things. We're gonna go to Olive Garden with the family, and then try to go to David Buster's afterwards. That's what he wants to do. That's what the boy wants. So I had to give it to him because it's his birthday. All right. So yeah, he's gonna be finally double digits. Double digits. It is scary. See, my daughter, she's 13. He's gonna be double digits pretty soon. So if you can be delightful, I don't know if I need to change my Zelle account. I really do need to change my Zelle account. But Cash App is fine. If you can donate a little something to the Cash App, that would be cool throughout the duration. Yeah, they grow up real. Yes, he's growing up real fast, old bugger. But like I said, and if you have not became a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel, it's only $2.99. Please do so. Trying to grow the channel as much as possible, and we do great things. We do great things, and we have good people here. So it's not like the Agent of Chaos at the other places. It's just I'm being fair. But the one thing I'd like to talk about is have we gotten real slow, real ratchetly, real like fast, what my grandmother would call fast. And you know what that means? Anybody know what that means when your grandmother said, "Oh, I hate them fast girls." Yeah, I miss my grandmama. What I would call Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, sexy red gorilla, fast girl. Me, I would call them fast. So, but I censor myself. I don't need to be censored by anybody else. I say what I want, and I say what I say. I say what I want, and I say what I mean. These fast little. And speaking of Cardi, I didn't know until a couple of days ago that she was getting a divorce. I did not know until a couple of days ago that her and Offset, I think that's his name, were getting a divorce. I'm not fond of the Migos. I don't like the Amigos, but one of the crew members passed away, and for the past couple of months, it hasn't been looking too good. But and the reason why I bring it up is because people would like to bring that and equate it with reality, even though it's reality in their world. There's a different world that they're not used to anymore because they know that life and they don't want to go, and they don't never want to go back to life. She don't never want to go back to that life. She just had a kid. She just had a damn kid. You know what I'm saying? Just had a kid. Now they're getting a divorce. Ain't that sounding like going backwards? But at any rate, people like to try to equate that to real life. And we got plenty of people, right? We got plenty of people who, for some odd strange reason, feel that marriage is not right for them. It's bad enough that relationships are far beyond removed, far beyond removed because we don't like to be in relationships. We don't like to earn shit. We just like to get some snatch and get it over with. But what was his name again? Hold on one second. No. So yeah, you don't have to take the time. You know what I'm saying, to build a relationship. You don't like to take the time to build a relationship with one another. Instead, you like to equate it with real life, which is it's not good. It's not good at all. Things need to develop, and they develop in due time. They develop in due time. But it's the laziness that comes with it especially 2024. If you're in a relationship, if you are in a situationship, if you are in a situationship and all you want is nookie, I mean, that's fine. That's short term shit. But in the long run, you're not going to build anything. You're not going to build anything past glory. But this chick, let me see. Going with this chick, I don't know how long of a relationship she lasted. I don't know how long did this last? The marriage. How long did this marriage last? Not too long. It lasts for possibly a year or so.
Expose you, or I'm gonna put them text messages that's through your phone. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I will expose my own tea. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. You should be happy. You know what you should be? You know what you should be happy? You should be happy that I'm a real gangster ass bitch. At the end of the day, I'm a real gangster ass bitch, and I'm a solid bitch. So one thing I'm not gonna do to you ever is entertaining them, your ops that be in my DMs trying to suck my pussy. I will never do that because the op to you is a nigga that wants you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the fuck out of you. My kids love you down. So I will never do that. And I really follow street codes. I will never be a lame ass bitch that fuck with a nigga op just to get back. No, nigga, I don't have to do that shit. I just gotta fuck a nigga that's better than you. However, I don't give a fuck. You can expose whatever a nigga talking about, oh, I'm gonna expose you, or I'm gonna put them text messages that's through your phone. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I will expose my own tea. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
That's crazy. Shit, her own man is gonna expose. That's some stupid shit. So some shit you just keep private, but they're in the industry, so they're in the industry. But again, people try to equate it with the real life situation over here in the real world where people work at 9 to 5, where people provide for their families for a living and lose their checks within a couple of days or so. That's the people that I'm talking about. Them, they just they probably gonna start arguing with each other and going back and forth online, and then a couple of months or so, probably maybe 6 months to a year, get back with each other. Blah 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 blah. I ain't worried about all that shit. And they got the money. They got the money to do it. They got the money. Of course, he's kind of iffy. He's kind of iffy. He's kind of broke. I'm talking about Offset, but Cardi, she ain't worried. She got money. She got money and he got money. So what's it in him? We got it. If they go to court, right? If they go to court, he gonna have. If let's just say he gets custody of the child, he gets custody of the children, right? Hey, Mrs. Mills, how are you doing, sweetheart? I guess she finally got tired of him cheat. Well, at this case, he proclaimed that she cheated on him, and she was already pregnant. She was already pregnant with his child. So, but he said something to the degree of, you got a baby inside and somebody's effing you. That's like with the baby inside, like that's good. Whatever, you do the dirt. You did the dirt. Now you're proclaiming that she did dirt to you too. This is my opinion. I think she stuck by you even though you was doing some dirt. Talking about Offset. I think she stuck by that dude while he was effing around, getting his rocks off. I'm like, why? Why? If I was married to Cardi, I wouldn't be f***ing around. Why? Why would you do something like that and then gonna flip it around on her and that's what everybody does. That's what everybody does for the people who, like, you know what I'm saying? The people who actually cheat on their woman. The people who actually cheat on their woman, and then now they want to get the blaming and nigga splaining. It's sad for the children. Yes, it is sad for the children, but at least she didn't throw him under the bus when it came to the kids. I will give her that. A lot of these cats, especially these bros, like to throw cats under the bus and like to say, I don't want him around my child. They're like, no, these are both of your responsibilities. Period. Point blank, period, in the discussion. And now I hear about Shanita. Is it Shanita? It's a Shanita and Kurt from Housewives of Atlanta. If you have not seen Shanita and Kurt from the Housewives of Atlanta, I swear on the life of me, these two do not deserve to be on camera, let alone on that show, because I said 2-3 years ago, I think it was before or after I stopped watching it. This nigga Kurt is almost 50 years old, nigga, and you messing with younglings, adults, mind you, they're adults, 23-year-olds, but you getting younglings pregnant, like, nigga, what is wrong with you? And you got a well-established woman in Renita. I think her name. You got a well-established woman in Renita, and you have the nerve, the audacity to get someone pregnant that is way younger than your wife. And I loved it. But I loved it. I loved it when, hey, sweetheart, I thought I said hello to you, but hello to you again. Wow, how you doing? How you doing? We have an open panel night. We have an open panel night for doing some discussions about a whole bunch of shit, including Janet Jackson, which they going after my baby hard. It's Rashida. Rashida. Thank you for clearing that up. Rashida. I kind of DM'd her like so many years ago. I said, y'all need to get off because y'all look like the perfect couple. They do. They look like the perfect couple. But that show is demonized. And then that stupid situation when they went to the cabin, right? If you can't remember, when they went to the cabin and they had they had with Bobby Valentino. I forgot, it was so many years ago. They went to the cabin, right? And it's like Confession City, but you gonna bring a whole bunch of them bras up there to the cabin. I'm like, you got Rashida. That's a well-established woman. She has her own business. You built the cabin. You built the house. Excuse me. You built the house that that you supposedly. I don't know. I don't know about now. But if you still live in that house, you built that house for them. You built that house. Antisocial. You built that house for the both of y'all, right? Y'all are well established, and she is well established. Why the hell would you F around? But I loved it when the mother of Rashida ran over your bike. I loved it. I loved it. She was so that's the particular mother that wants to protect her daughter. That is the mother that particularly wants to protect her daughter. And she straight ran over that freaking bike. He'd been cutting. Yes, I don't know why. Making me look bad. Making the brothers look real bad. I don't know. I don't, nigga, like, figure it out. And she took you back. Not once, not twice, but I think 3 times. Nigga. Oh God, this is like a bad nightmare. So, but I just named 2 primary candidates, 2 primary couples for this reason. People don't want to get married anymore, primarily because, in my opinion, they watch too much television. And they base it on what happened to these couples, that couple, this couple, that couple, on a reality show where you rarely get paid. Okay. The ones that are lucky enough to get out are the ones that are actually doing something else. Like Cardi B, she was on a reality show. She was on Love and Hip Hop. She gotten out, right? I mean, I think she still does it from time to time, but that's not her full-time job. Her full-time job is rapping or whatever. She's not a hip hop artist to me. Yes, I did say it. Yeah, definitely like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so, become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. But like I said, people like to take things and put them in our reality, which I don't go by statistics. I go by the eye test. I take my black ass outside and I look, ain't nobody talking about this stuff. People might watch Love and Hip Hop, but they don't go, oh, I'm going to divorce you because I don't know, you might cheat on me. You already failed. You failed. If I have to watch Love and Hip Hop, this is the reason why I don't watch this shit anymore. If I have to watch Love and Hip Hop, right? If my wife has to watch Love and Hip Hop and every single situation that happens, because no one's happy except for Young Jock, I'm glad he took off that wig. It's like I said, except for Young Jock, who's always smiling and shit. Except for Young Jock. And big ups. I want to give a shout out to Scrappy. I want to give a shout out to Scrappy from ATL. If I have to do all that and something happens in one of the episodes to the point where that me and my wife have to have a discussion. No, 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 no. I cut you off afterwards. I cut that program off. I cut all programs, even some Tyler Perry movies. I don't even watch Tyler Perry movies or shows anymore. It's the same shit. Tyler Perry shows are just going through the same shit. You know, the pickaninny, the nanny, the butler, you know, the drug dealer, dumb shit. And he's still making money. Real life couples go through everyday life issues, but it's not as bad as what these people are going through. Again, remember, they're getting paid, right? We have to go to work. They get I don't know if they get checked. I don't know if they get checks every week, every 2 weeks, or every month, or every 1st and 15th. I don't know. But we got a black woman and some type of white man responsible for producing all this nonsense because they want to make an example of the world. That's BS. We have too many problems right now with inflation. We got too many problems with inflation. We got too many problems. They ain't worried about no damn inflation. Oh well, they got stuff. They got shit they can get into and get that paper. Us, we have to scratch and claw and do 2 or 3 jobs. So this is the reason why I don't take people like this seriously. How is it that you go ahead, have a baby, get a divorce? At least they got married. I will say that. At least they got married. You get married, get a divorce. Don't even develop anything. You can't develop no relation. You can't develop no marriage because you're out on the freaking road. You can't do it. You're out on the goddamn road. You can't develop a marriage, let alone a relationship, because you're too busy thinking in your head that he gonna own you or she gonna own you. You can't do it. But it's no different from when you're at a regular job. No, I'm too damn busy. I'm flipping orders. I mean, I don't get me wrong. There's some females that come in and out the joint, but I'm either taking orders. I'm in the back. I'm minding my own business. And at the end of the day, I'm tired. I want to go home. And most Negroes that I work with, they want to go home too. I mean, we tried hanging out. We tried hanging out with one another. Was like, yeah, you want to go by there? Like, man, I'm fucking tired, man. They got me working my hands to the bone, working from 9 to 5, doing all this. I ain't got time to be hanging out. That's why we hang out once, maybe twice a week. Well, we just go to the movies. And do you know how taxing the body is? Especially at our age, when you are younger, when you're in your 20s, you have all the energy in the world. When you're in your 30s, you're trying to develop more energy. When you're in your 40s, it's like, hold up, nigga. When you only got enough energy for this one time, a couple of hours, unless it's something important. 50, I don't want to do anything. If we ever go somewhere, it's every now and again. Oh, Kurt. I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for Rashida. I feel sorry for Rashida. Do I feel sorry for Cardi? Yeah, I do. I do. Because she is funny. She is fucking funny. But that's who you married. You married an industry nigga. So, and it's worse. It gets worse when you threaten her with the ops. For those who don't know who the ops is, I mean, that's not good, bro. That's not good. That's not good at all. So, but I wish the best of luck to him, though. I wish. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll play it once. I'll play it once more. I wish them the best of luck. I really, really do, because right now it's a bad time. It's a bad time to talk about marriage. It's a bad time to talk about relationships, in my opinion, because we should be talking about healing. And this is for the Black community. I don't care about no other communities but us. Everybody likes to bring, well, white folks, they do. I don't care. The Chinese, Chinese don't go through shit. What are the Chinese do? They still think that they're in a third world country. I don't want to hear about that shit. I'm concerned for us because we're the ones that are about to be extinct if this don't stop. We're the ones that are about to be extinct. Not on the other side. They just keep bringing people over through immigration. They just keep bringing people over. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Let me take all for the checks. Even your own brother checks you. Even your own brother checks you. And I'm talking about Offset. Even Offset's brother checks it. Hey, Bridge. Hey, Bridget. So we'll go ahead and start this one more again for the peoples. One more again for the peoples. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. And if you are, like I said, if you are generous enough, you don't have to do it. But if you can, please hit the Cash App. Please hit the Cash App. 2 days before my son's birthday. 2 days before it's my son's birthday, and he is going to be in the double digits. That's not scary. That's not scary at all. What is scary is when he turns 13. I don't mind it because it's like you're 13, son. When my daughter turned 13, yes, I lost it. Tears were coming down my face. Yes, I'm going to say it. Tears were coming down my face. I was choked up because I'm surprised with the grace of God that I lasted this long. But to see my daughter turn 13 is scary. It's a scary situation. And my brother-in-law, he's going to go through the exact same thing. I can't freaking wait because I'm going to look at him and go, ha ha, go through what I go through. But it's all in fun. It's all in joy. It's all in joy because we are the brothers and sisters of our community who see our kids growing up, and we don't worry about the bad elements. What it is we take the good things in life and we magnify them, glorify them. If it wasn't for the grace of God, we would not be here. And to see our daughters and our sons growing up, them being the teens and looking at you and saying, "Hey, Dad, can I borrow $5?" That's where it starts. Hey, Dad, is it possible me and my friends can hang out? Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Can me and the guy. And you and the mom have to, well, mom mostly. I'm just looking at you like, okay, you're not wearing that to your friend's house. Me and the mom, we're just sitting there, and she's going through she's in the closet trying other things. I said, that's appropriate. And her mom goes, oh, she can't wear this and what no. But they're hanging out with, I don't care. That's what I'm gonna have to go through. And it's cool, it's exciting, it's an experience. I don't think these people in the industry are going to have that experience because they're splitting up. They're splitting. You said I have a 10 and a 12-year-old. Ain't that something now? Ain't that something to see your kids grow up?
This nigga is such a fucking lame. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me. He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like, trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that he been, I guess, fucking or talking to. And it's like, nigga, I don't care. I don't care, nigga. I don't care. At the end of the day, they pussy must not be that good that you was fucking up. You was blowing up my phone all weekend. All weekend, you was blowing up my phone. I blocked you. Even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. You was calling me all private numbers all morning. You was calling my mama, everything. So it's like you trying to show me, trying to get me mad. Like,
oh, that's good to hear. It does take time. Yep.
oh, let me show you the bitches I'm fucking. Let me show you the bitches in my DM. I'm gonna hurt her feelings. I don't care. I don't care. That pussy must not be hitting. That you still calling my shit. Trying to get your lick back. Trying to do your big lick back. I don't care. You're fucking lame. And them bitches is lames too. You wanna know why? Because you gotta fuck them bitches in order to get your ego to feel high. You know, I'm too much woman for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm too much of a boss bitch for you. And I've always been too good for you. I've been too good for you. I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you gotta fuck other bitches to make yourself feel better. Because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that nigga in this home. So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you fucking the next bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because them hoes pussy ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out. All weekend. You was mad happy today when I fucking called you today. And the only reason why I called you today is because I'm trying to change my son's school and I need your approval. Other than that, nigga, fuck you. I don't care. Fuck the world. Fuck my ops. I'm gonna fuck your ops. That's why I'm fucking your ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm gonna go fuck your ops. Boo hoo, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my ops. You can fuck my friends, nigga. I don't give a shit. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a fucking long time, because you're not even a real right nigga for me. I make you look good, nigga. Fuck you. Look at the bitch I'm fucking. Fuck you. I don't care. Look at the bitches that I'm fucking. I'm gonna fuck all your ups. I'm gonna fuck. Matter of fact, oh, look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna fuck them anyways, nigga. All you gotta do is get fucking drunk. Them bitches gonna throw you that pussy for 2,000. Bitches gotta survive out here. Bitches gotta survive out here, nigga.
Anybody feel sorry for her? Anybody feel sorry for Cardi B? Hey, to be fair, I wish her all the best of luck. I wish her all the best. Yes, fair use, fair use. I wish her all the best of luck. But it's not gonna take her long to find another nigga in the industry. It's not gonna take her too long. Or what I would rather her do is try to work it out with Offset. But here's the thing. Offset is a man. He's a clown, but he's a man. And I don't think unless his family, his own family gets it through his head, like, you messing up a good thing, bro. You was really messing it up. And I know and like I said, his brother was talking to him too. And said, you was really effed up. You were really effed up. You're going to mess up everything for a piece of ass, for another piece of ass. Nigga, I know how hard it is on the road, but damn, like, and you ain't got to broadcast the shit, but you are literally effing up. And somehow you have to make it up to her. At least I would tell my brother the same thing. It's like, you effing up, bro. Like, you need to go home and you need to settle that for real, before you lose everything. And when I say everything, and wonder why hopefully you don't have to get to that, because I don't want the system to interfere with business, with our marriage. I will simply go to my wife and say, look, like, did some things that we shouldn't have. I think it's good that if we split ways, then we're going to have to do this ourselves. I do not want the courts to interfere in our business, because it's not going to be good for either one of us, right? For obvious reasons. So, we'll settle for this, and this, and you can have the kids on the weekend. You have the kids on the week, for this week, and then I'll have the kids next week. You can put it any way you want. Put it on a piece of paper, highlight it, laminate it, put it somewhere as evidence. She has a copy, you have a copy. It's settled. You go to court, you're going to have to pay fees. You're going to have to pay costs. You don't have to, and whoever wins is going to have to pay alimony plus child support. At least that's what I know. I'm just saying, I've never been to court before.
Oh, now I'm gonna fuck them bitches. Now I'm gonna fuck bitches. Okay, you could do that. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000. You was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here. We in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get fucked. They gotta get paid. Do that. I don't care. Oh, I'm a watch what I'm gonna do to you. Watch what I'm this, that, blah, blah, blah. You already done it all. You done it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me. You done it all. So I don't care. I don't. Thank you for my kids, though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, daddy. You all right.
damn. Now that I look back at it, she said, notice what she said. She said, you're a good daddy. You alright. You alright. You're a good daddy. You alright. That's kind of like a slap in the face to me. But like I said, she's giving grace. She's giving grace. Because all the other shit that you do, she is very, very heated. It's like, yeah. I mean, if he's a good father, he's a good father. And people say, well, you shouldn't divorce him because he's a great dad. What that got to do with anything? He can be a good dad on the side. Be on the side, be a good dad, be a good mom for the kids, because that's what the kids expect. That's what we expect for our children, to be good parents. I don't necessarily have to be shit to you, because you're just somebody that I effed on at this moment, because you're a complete F up. That's what you are. You are a complete F up, and you're just a F at this moment. But as a father or as a mother, you might be great. You might be the greatest dad that there is to her. You might be the greatest mother that there is. It does not make a difference. When it comes to your marriage, when it comes to your relationship, it does not matter. We do not care. We only care what you do for the children, right? And that's a good thing. At least she gave him grace on that.
Thank you for my kids, though. All three of them. I don't regret none of them, but I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, daddy. You all right. I don't regret them. None of them. But fuck you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I always been too good for you. You know I'm too good for you, nigga. And I don't ever. I never even wanted to get on this social media because I don't want to turn off the next nigga off, because this is not my type of shit. This is not my type of shit. I don't ever want the next nigga to ever think that I'm a messy bitch. But you want to be a messy nigga and do petty shit because you hurt? All right, we going to do it then. Let's go lick for lick. Let's go wrong for wrong. Let's go hit for hit. Fuck you. I told you, leave me the fuck alone.
Damn. So Offset, he's still yapping in social media, talking about why you still contacting me, ain't we divorced, blah 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 blah. I'm like, nigga, just move on with your life. You're divorcee now. Move on with your motherfucking life. Be a father. That's what counts now. It's just be a dad. And possibly maybe one day you and Cardi might get back together again. But just be a father. Just be a freaking father. That's all. But we're talking about the industry. We're talking about the industry. And I want to do a little sidebar, and I want to give a shout out to my girl Brittany B. Brittany B was handling business. Brittany B is back in the scene. Brittany B was daring into this fat mother. I'm about to play her right now. Hey Sheila, salute to you. I gotta play this real quick before I go into. I'm in my 5-minute petty.
Do you want me to?
Daddy, you don't have no. Hey, fantastic. Let me climb. Daddy, get my whiskey.
Yeah, bro. I got ball
the X up in here. All the X.
See that?
Are you engaged?
No, this is called a wedding ring.
So you are married?
I've been married.
So you are married and you are flirting with Fantastic and saying you are going to put on him? They say, oh, Fantastic, I'll put it on you. You are a married woman?
Mm-hmm.
And you did what you did today as married woman?
Mm-hmm.
Does your husband know about this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called a 2-bedroom house.
So you did all that today and you are married, Brittany?
Yes.
Are you sober?
Yes, very. My birthday, I will be 50 in 2 days. It's risky. No, I'm saying it might be risky. There are parts of me that I love about being on the internet, and there are parts that I don't like. And I don't like being controlled. I'm not going to acquiesce. Hemp don't mean nothing to me. I'm still going to do what the fuck I do. I might shut up a little bit, but I'm just going to keep talking. And nobody can stop me. The end. And I'm right.
There are a lot of women who are like that.
And nothing's wrong with me agreeing with me coming with Trigger Mike and saying, you know what, Trigger? I like the way you think. Nothing is pussy. Nothing wrong with that. People do that all the time.
Have you ever had that conversation with this person? Have you ever said, I like what you think? Nothing is pussy.
Nothing like, is that the conversation we had before?
Right.
I mean, the moment you don't put a condom on a dick, you are saying nothing is pussy.
I mean, in a way,
okay, so you're just being crass, but you're not that crass in real life.
Well, that's the subtitle. That's the subtitle in the conversation.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to see if she was really that crass, or we just saying it this way now. If you're messing
with a female who don't know when they ovulate, the problem is if she don't know her body, if she don't know when she ovulating, it's a risk whether she says yes or no. The problem is if she do know when she ovulates, she can trap your fucking ass. So actually, knowledge makes her more powerful than unknowledge. Because I can fuck Tommy and know exactly the fact that I'm ovulating.
What was that last word you just
Tommy coming this pussy.
Unknowledge. You can do what? Tell him. Say what you said again. You can do what? You can do what?
I can fuck Tommy and be.
That's all you wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's all.
Tell Tommy to nut this pussy and make Tommy babies. How about that?
They put dope in that crown.
I like it.
I'm sorry, Hemp. I have knowledge that most females don't have.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying they put dope in that Crown Royal you got.
No, the moment they put an app on my phone that let me know when I'm ovulating, I can tell Tommy, hey, Tommy, be careful. I'm ovulating. If you want to go in this pussy raw, then, hey, you want to make a possibility. It's risky. It might be risky.
Somebody's favorite, man.
Why is she? That's all I need.
I'm still on unknowledge.
Listen, hey, she married with a hubby. That's all that matters. Because guess what? When she turns YouTube off, it's just her and her husband. When she turns YouTube off, it's just her and her husband. It doesn't matter. It don't matter to nobody. It don't matter to nobody what she does. As long as it's between her and her husband, whatever they do is their business. Right? What's YouTube to a bunch of niggas that don't know her? Even in real life, if you met her in real life, still. You do your thing. We do our thing as a group. You know what I'm saying? A group, couple, or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, she's going to go home. You are going to go home, or wherever you're gonna go. If I met Brittany, it's like, what up, pound? What's happening? Get a, I don't know what we're gonna do. Barbecue, do whatever. They're gonna have groups over here. We're gonna have a group of people over here barbecuing and eating and having a good time doing whatever, talking shit. At the end of the day, after the barbecue is over, we going home. I'm going home to my wife. She's going home to her husband. Fuck a YouTube. But some niggas take this thing a little bit too seriously.
This show ended different than it started. This is different than it started, boy. Whoa.
Send me a cash app. If that's the case, if I'm going to regret being on Fatty, a foreigner's channel tomorrow, if I'm going to regret that as an American, please show me how I'm going to regret that. Fatty, tell me how I'm being on your stream as a non-American. I'm going to regret it. Please show me. Show me.
Hey, Brittany, let me tell you something that you told me a long time ago.
Yes.
When somebody's committing a mistake,
Wait. I want everybody to concentrate on Ray McKnight's reaction when she says a certain thing. I want you to look at his reaction. Let's go.
You taught me that.
Oh,
remember that?
So, Fatty, tell me, as the person who told you that, how you are going to tell me how I'm going to regret this tomorrow.
Yes, you. So you told me this. I remember this. You told me, hey, Fatty, if they're committing a mistake, let me do it. Don't you notice that I'm the quietest that you ever saw me?
Fatty, suck my pussy. You don't.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this. So I told you that you're.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this. So if I told you that you're how you are going to tell me how I'm gonna regret this tomorrow.
Yes, you. So you told me this. I remember this. You told me, hey, Fatty, if they're committing a mistake, let me do it. Don't you notice that I'm the quietest that you ever saw me?
Fatty, suck my pussy. You don't.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this.
Do you want me to?
Fatty, you don't have no control over this. So if I told you that you're. You don't have nothing. That's a problem. You it, Daddy. I can catch.
Ray was like, wait a minute. This is some, what type of shit is this I'm smoking? Talking shit. Oh, is this a loop? No, it's not a loop. Somebody was doing a reaction.
Why you calling me daddy? You have a husband, lady. Stop doing that shit.
Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing, dog.
You have a husband. Why you calling me daddy? You called Fantastic Daddy a couple of times too.
What the fuck I'm doing? And if they don't, it's okay, baby. They trying to figure out, why Fantastic?
Oh my God,
like this,
Brittany. Seriously.
So why now he's trying to pin you as if, don't you know Brittany is married? What that got to do with Fantastic?
Because I didn't know that you were married. I have no idea.
What that got to do with Fantastic?
Because you're trying to put your pussy on him and say that you're meeting in Houston.
You're a grown man. You're a grown man.
I am that.
Exactly.
But yeah, listen, man, like I said,
this motherfucker at him and just poof, you ain't got nothing to do with that, fam. We both 40-year-old motherfuckers. You ain't got shit to do with that, dog.
And she's right. This is online. This is some online shit. What What the hell does this have to do with it? What the hell does this have to do with some nigga from Portugal? He's 300,000 miles away. What the fuck does that got to do with him? What the fuck? She's married. He's possibly in a relationship. They cool with each other online. She may say some shit, and her man probably already know. It's just like I have a plethora of friends, I call associates. I can tell you right now, Lisa Carter, she's my play aunt. Okay, I check on her from time to time, which I will be telling you right now. If you're feeling any other way, if you are feeling any other way, Lisa, you know what to do. Lisa is, she's trying to recover. I don't want to have to keep emulating this shit on and on and on and on about her surgery, but she did have surgery, and we want her to be healthy and continue on. So if you feel hurt, then don't worry. We-On-Loc will be fine. The most important thing for you to do is heal up and rest up. Okay? Heal up, rest up, rehab, so we can have you walking again by the grace of God. We want to have Lisa Carter walking again. It's a wonderful thing with miracles. It's a wonderful thing when the spirit of God touches a person, right? When they mean it and they're sincere about it, right? But like I said, if you feel hurt, please get off. If anybody feels that they have any type of injury that they're suffering from and they're recovering from something, why are you online? Just sit back and watch TV. All right? Sit back, watch your TV, relax. All right, let's get this.
Yo, y'all know me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fantastic. I would have been. I got bread. I could go wherever I wanted. I don't even have social media. I could easily say, "Hey, fantastic. Let me climb that 6'5". Let me climb it. I could do that. It ain't got nothing to do with you, fatty. Get the fuck off of this nigga dick and my pussy, my nigga. Sorry, you don't get to control this shit, dog. Get off my
Brittany,
pussy.
I know. One second, I know it.
Pussy, bitch.
Brittany,
you don't
I know when you
shit, my nigga. Get off my dick, bitch. Like J. Cole said, "Ho fuck, nigga." How the fuck you gonna tell me what my pussy do, bitch?
She belongs to the streets.
Nigga. And fucking shit. Hold on.
One second.
Did she just do a DX? Did she just do a DX? DX, Degeneration X. For those who are not wrestling fans, that's what it is. It's a group of people, led by Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and at the time, may her rest in peace, China. But that's a WWE reference. Sorry, but she just did a DX.
One second, miss. So,
I like
Brittany, I know that when you met me, I was a nobody, but my connections is like I have a lot of connections on this place, right? And there's the thing. I know that you are a YouTube best around. That's fair. That's fine. That's fine, right? I just don't say names because
Thank you.
I said one name and I'm going to stick it at that. I'm not going to go to the other place, right?
Thank you.
But
you see me at Rich Turner House. Ooh. Which means the standard is high, bitch nigga. Ooh. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, fatty. What? You don't know anything, just like I don't know anything. I'm looking for a new love, baby. My new love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cook that.
No, she didn't with the Jody Watley. No, Brittany just did not pull out Jody Watley. She pulled out the Jody Watley. I haven't heard Jody. Is she still alive? Is Jody Watley still alive? I don't fucking know. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like. Hit the like button. And if you have not become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel, please, 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 please. Only $2.99, I think. Is it $1.99 or $2.99? I'm not sure. But moving on to our next abomination. Well, it's not an abomination. It's actually a discussion. Actually, I'll save it. I'll save it for, you know what? Since we got my mans up in here, Well, I don't want to butcher. I don't want to butcher the brother's name. The word. If you are still in here, we are going to go into, and it's an open panel, by the way. It's an open panel. I believe the link is in the chat box, but just in case it isn't, I'll just go ahead and just put it in the link. So I'll just put it in the link. We really appreciate you for all what you're doing in the night. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. But just in case hopefully he's still in it. I wanted to dive in a little bit on fatherhood and how fatherhood in some cases is a lost art. It's a lost art. It's a lost cause. Jody Watley is still alive. Jesus, I bet she's in her 60s. It's like Stephanie Mills. I always wanted to go, even now, to a Stephanie Mills concert. Because Stephanie Mills, believe it or not, looking good than a mug, even at 60. When you take care of yourself, good Lord. Good Lord. But the link is in the description. We here for a couple of hours. And if we have to extend it, then goddamn it, we'll extend it. Has anyone seen Fences? Has anyone seen Fences? Fences, I've seen sparks of it, and then it had to have a play to it. It has to have a play. Actually, there were two plays. I just found out that Denzel did the play and he did the actual movie, right? But I want to play two particular clips with James Earl Jones. May he rest in power. It's nobody. I want to play that, and then I want to play the Denzel version of it. Here we go. Fair use. Fair freaking use. Please. Yes, please. Join this. Yeah, I want to do what the church does. You come now in the live stream of We-On-Loc Nation. Come down and join the congregation. Will you come? Will you come? Join the live or join We-On-Loc. Become a member of We-On-Loc Nation. Come with the rest of us. There are members. Yes, there are members. Will you come now I hope I don't get in trouble for this. If you come now, we'll treat you with respect, honor, dignity, and some popcorn. Because I might do some Discording. I've never done it before. I'm gonna look into it, but it seems like people like to watch movies on Discord. So what? So anyway, I might do a Discord. If we get a couple of members, I may do some Discord. I gotta do some searching. I gotta do some looking into. Might play a movie or so. Depending upon y'all's favorite movie or whatever. I know that Brad Pitt and George Clooney, they're not doing the same movie at Ocean's 11, 12, 13. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's some other movie, but I like those two, right? Maybe we can play that, or we can play some Deadpool, or we can play, I mean, if you want Tyler Perry, we can play some Tyler Perry movies. But let me check on the Discord. I have an account. Let me read into how we can start playing movies. And once I get everything established and get everything developed, I'll put it in the link in the description that we can all come to Discord. I don't want no BS from any other body. This is mainly for us. This is mainly for us who not only members, but support the channel. Support. Now, with that being said, let me play this particular version.
The hell you got to ask me, Mr. Stewiggy, the one you got the questions for.
How come you ain't never liked me?
Like you? Who the hell said I got to like you? What law is there say I got to like you? Want to stand up in front of my face and ask a damn fool-ass question like that? Talking about liking somebody. Come here, boy, when I talk to you. Straighten up, goddammit. I asked you a question. What law is there say I got to like you?
None.
All right, then. Don't you eat every day? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you.
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt putting up with them crackers every day because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. It's my job. It's my responsibility. A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. Not because I like you, because it's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Now, let's get this straight right here and now before I go along any further. I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it to me because he owe me. Now, I don't give you everything I got to give you. I give you your life. Me and your mama worked that out between us, and liking your black ass wasn't part of the bargain. Now, don't you go through life worrying about whether somebody like you or not. You best be making sure they're doing right by you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then get the hell out of my face and get on down to that A&P.
Okay. Well, with that is what mainly I wanted to get into. Now, we obviously, if you have not seen that version, I suggest you go see it. Because it's something that is missed in the Black community. And I'm not saying that There's no fathers who are absolutely disciplining their children. But here's what I will say. It's a lack of discipline throughout because we see it. We see it through the news. We see it through real life that there are some kids who lack discipline in the home. I never understood two parents who are in the same household and you got a kid acting like he doesn't care about himself, going through, life terrorizing everything and anyone, and you have two parents in the home. There's something wrong with the parents. No. Some say that the father hated his son, which in my opinion, I don't think that's the case. But I mean, there's so many layers to it, and there's so many things that needs to be discussed. But before I want to do that, I want to play the second version. My interpretation on the next fences, the play version for fences. This is with James Earl Jones.
Can I ask you a question?
What the hell you want to ask me? Mr. Wiki is the one you got the questions for.
How come you ain't never liked me?
Liked you. Who in the hell ever said, I got to like you? What law is there to say, I got to like you? Do you want to stand up in my face and ask me some damn fool-ass question like that? Talk about liking somebody. Come here, boy, when I talk to you. Straighten up, goddammit. Ask your question. What law is there to say, I got to like you?
None.
All right, then. Don't you eat every day? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you living in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
And clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you.
Hell, I know it's because of me. Why do you think that is?
Because you like me.
Like you. I go out of here every morning and bust my butt putting up with them crackers all day long because I like you. You is the biggest fool I ever saw. It is my job. It is my responsibility. You understand that? A man got to take care of his family. You live in my house. You sleep your behind on my bedclothes. You put my food in your belly because you are my son. You are my flesh and blood, not because I like you. It is my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Wait now. Let's get this straight right now. But go along any further. I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand, don't give me my money come payday because he liked me. He give me because he owe me. Now, I didn't give you everything I had to give you. I gave you your life. Your mama and me worked it out between us. And liking your black ass was not a part of the bargain, and don't you try and go through life worried if somebody like you or not. You best make sure that they are doing right by you. You understand what I'm saying, boy?
Yes, sir.
Then you get the hell out of my face and go on down to the A&P.
Now, to me, there are two different versions. Are you about to hop on out? You about to hop? If you're about to hop on out, let me know. I'm glad my dad loves me and told me regularly before he passed away. All my condolences my condolences. Yeah, and you need to cherish those moments. I often tell people this all the time. You need to cherish the moments that you have with your loved ones. Each and every single day when you have the ability to wake up. Because God don't have to wake you up. No. God don't have to wake you up. He doesn't you go through life expecting something. No one owes you anything at all. My only issue with the first clip versus the second clip is that yes, they're similar, but one I believe showed a little bit of love there, tough love, as a matter of fact, versus the other version, the movie version of it, which it didn't seem like no love at all to me. It didn't seem like that Denzel's character didn't even express no love at all. It's just full of hatred and duty, discipline, whatever you want to call it. I mean, yes, you do have to discipline your children. Yes, I do that all the time. I mean, I might be play dad, but I'm also I'm a father first. They're gonna address me as such, and I told my daughter this plenty of times. I told my son this plenty of times, but I never had. It's thus far. They're growing in age, but thus far, I never had to scream at them. I've never had to put my hands on them, hardly ever. Especially my oldest, my daughter. I never had to put my hands on her because I expect much from her. She knows that. And her mom knows that. She may get it from her mom. I mean, I really don't know. But hey, they get it more times often from their mom than they get it from me. Because I'm expecting more. This is the reason why when I have not missed not one damn parent-teacher conference ever. Not one parent-teacher conference. There's a lot of men who don't even go to their parent-teacher conference. A lot of men who don't go to their parent-teacher conference. For reasons I don't have no idea. I have no clue. But it's no excuse. It's no excuse. And this is the reason why, teachers often want to push. I know they want to dial that number. I know they want to dial that number to CPS. I know they want to dial that number. And this is the reason why they say when Dr. Umar, and he said this often, plenty of times more than enough, and take heed to what I say. When he says that when you go to these parent-teacher conferences or you go to, when they go to explain their grades and everything, how they're doing in class, don't go by yourself. Don't go by yourself. Because they feel at that moment that they can control the mother. Do this, and this. Always bring somebody with you. If the father is not available, bring the uncle. Both parents, both sets of parents. I see it all the time. I see it all the time when I go to my children's school. I see it all the time with the mother is with the father. All the time. All the time. I have to make it, yes, I have to make it my civil duty to be with my kids at every parent-teacher conference. Every one of them. Every one of them until I graduate. That's just my take on it. My take. I don't know about anybody else's. Amen. We get to wake up one more day. I pray for multiple days. I do. I pray for multiple days. I pray for multiple days to wake up in the morning and look at my son looking at me. I'm like, who are you looking at? Like, I already know what you want. I already know what you want. I agree with you. I prefer the James Earl Jones version more. Yes, because it's more foretelling. It says I'm going to tell you like it is, whether you like me or not. But at the same time, I'm always going to love you no matter right, wrong, or indifferent. No disrespect to Denzel's character, but I see nothing but just venom. That's all I see, and I'm gonna prove it to you. See, this is what happens when love is not added to your discipline. And you can take it in many versions that you want. But this is, in my opinion, this is what happens when you don't. The son is going to regret, or the son was going to acquiesce, and he's going to end up basically, you're not going to have a good relationship. You're not going to have you may have a good relationship with the mother. You're always going to have a good relationship with your mom. I don't know why, because of that feminine energy. That feminine energy. She's cared for you. She's nurtured you for this long. Not that not the fact that she doesn't have the ability to tear your hair off if you get out of line with her, but just like every pet cub that has to deal with their mother, every time she roars, all the cubs listen. In this case, the father does what he has to do. You rarely see the father around. In this one, there's venom here. There's hate here.
Just how extreme is Drew Johnson?
No, I don't want this version. No, I don't. It'll play in a few minutes. It'll play like it scratch out, like his scratch down.
You ever did was try and make me scared of you. I used to tremble every time you called my name. Every time I heard your footsteps in this house. Wondering all the time, what's Pop gonna say if I do this? What's he gonna say if I do that? What's Pop gonna say if I turn on the radio? And Mom too, she tries, but she's scared of you.
Your mama out of this. Your mama ain't got
nothing. How she stands after what you did to her? I told you, leave your mama out of this. What are you gonna do? Give me a whooping? You can't whoop me no more. You too old. You just an old man.
Nigga. That's what you are. You just another nigga on the street to me.
You're crazy, you know that?
Yeah, go on, get on away from around me. You got the devil in you.
You are just a crazy old man talking about I got the devil in me.
I am crazy. If you don't get the hell out my yard, I'm gonna show you how crazy I am. Now go and get the hell out my yard.
This ain't your yard. You took Uncle Gabe's money he got from the army to buy this house when you put him out.
Your black ass out my yard.
I ain't going nowhere. Come on, put me out. I ain't scared of you.
That's my back.
Come on.
Put my back down.
Come on, put me out. What's the matter? You so bad? Put me out.
You don't have to use it. You want to draw that bat back on me? You gonna have to use it.
Come on. Come on.
You gonna have to kill me. You want to draw that bat back on me? You're gonna have to kill me. Come on. Come on. And I'll show you. Come on.
proof is in the pudding. Now they don't happen often, but at some point, if we're gonna put our hands on a case, and like I said, if anybody wants to join the live, do I have the description up there? Yep. Anybody wants to join the live, the description is in the chat. Or the link is in the chat, sorry. The link is in the chat. But when it comes to fatherhood, and we don't say this often, we need to know how the new generation is. Forget our generation, our grandfathers, grandmothers, great-grandfathers, great-grandmothers. I understand that part, and no shade to that particular generation, the baby boomers. But at this particular case, I think it is apropos if we often listen to our kids, because our kids are our future, and our kids have every right to have a voice. But that doesn't mean, just because they have a voice, doesn't mean they have to have the smart mouth, right? I always say, you express however you want to express yourself, respectfully, responsibly, and the tone has to be level-headed. The tone has to be level-headed because they can all fire a handle, even though they come with passion. I can understand that. That's why I let you level off to a certain degree. I let you level off because, especially with females, when they get into their teens, often have passion. They're going to be emotional. They're going to be that. But some men have an issue with a woman being emotional. They're emotional creatures. Duh. But when the sun has an emotional effect, it's a problem. I don't mind if my son is emotional. But there's a level of degree, because he is a young man growing up to be a man. He's not there yet. So with me being there, take note, with the father being there, it's okay if you're standing right in front of me with tears in your eyes and you're telling me, depending upon the situation, you're telling me what is going on, what the problem is, and how can we solve this issue, right? I'll give you an example. If you're getting into it with somebody in school or whatever, and somebody continues to mess with you, and if suddenly you file off the handle and your teacher ends up calling me and I have to come pick you up, I'm gonna get upset, but at the same time, I'm gonna want to hear your explanation, and it better be a damn good one, because if not, we're gonna have some issues, and there's gonna be some consequences depending upon your teacher's rebuttal. But I am a fair person, right? I'm going to listen to your story. I'm going to listen to you. And of course, some fathers, it's like, I don't know, but they have to be there. They have to be there to listen. They have to be there. I would love it if a father were there every day. But sometimes we do what we have to do as parents. Sometimes life is a little bit difficult right now. with all this inflation and shit. But it's no excuse not to you know, get into your everyday duties with your kids. I mean, the money is fine, is the money that we need, but it's not enough. They need the attention. They need that attention. Everybody knows when your mom and when you have a plethora of children, and your mom talks to you, and she has to yell at you 4 or 5 times to do something. But when the father comes home and he says a few words, have you noticed everyone straightens up? Have you noticed everybody straightens up? Everybody's quiet. That's why you have to have 2 people, not 1, but hell, everyone's situation is different. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's situation it's not the same. It's not the same at all. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. So this is the reason why I showed that clip, because the child has gone through enough with his father. And even the mother had some, I mean, we go through life. How can I explain it better? We go through life just going through the motions in life. Now I mean, the father's, like I said, the father in this one is a bit of an asshole. Do I think he cares? Yes. Do I think that he's overzealous? Yes. In that other clip, do I believe that James Earl Jones' character was a bit excessive in his discipline, in his speech? Yes. But again, there was that love there at the end. There was that love. There was that love. Some people call it tough love. Some people can call it whatever they want. But I seen it because I've experienced it with my father. You notice? And every time they whoop you, when you get a whooping, right? And I don't know if anybody does whoopings anymore. Does anybody do whoopings anymore? When you whoop your kid, after he has absorbed all that pain, you come to him and you tell him afterwards why he did the thing that he did. Because of the simple fact that you as the kid, the son, the daughter, got out of line. You passed a threshold that you couldn't even come back to as fast. So I had to get you back in line by giving you a consequence, whether it be taking away your cell phone. That's not enough. Taking away your video games. That's not enough. Sometimes I have to embarrass you to let you know you're going down a path of destruction. I'll be damned if you cross that line with me or your mother. How often do fathers, if they're even present, how often do fathers do that? We hear all about relationships and what does a woman do for us and blah, 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 blah. We don't never hear about fatherhood anymore. We don't never hear about the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the rights and wrongs of fatherhood. We don't never do that. We don't never get into any of that shit. We always wonder how the bitch is bad in bed. Like, who cares? I don't care how good she is. This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who did?
What's going on, We-On-Loc, man? It's been a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to familiar myself with you. You were here when Dieter was here, right?
No, man. If I have to be honest, man, it's been maybe about a year since I've been on your podcast. I've been on your show and talked to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I've talked to you about maybe 3 times, but we've always had great dialogue.
Okay, all right.
So I'm friend, not foe. So I managed to catch some of your commentary about the show Fences.
Yes,
but I didn't catch all of it. But that, and this is just me giving my 2 cents. I may be off topic in my explanation of it, but that is the epitome and the essential essence of a father's role in the responsibilities of his children.
Correct.
You know,
but have you seen? Do you know the different? Do you know why I played 2 different versions of that? It's just in my opinion. In my opinion, the movie version, right? And I know Denzel did a play of that, but from the movie version, he was a little bit venomous. He was a lot venomous with James Earl Jones's character, and that was back in 1987. He was. Excuse me.
I thought it was earlier.
Yeah, that was. I don't. It just said 1987. I don't know when it just said it on. It said it on the video back in 1987 when that play happened.
Gotcha.
I don't know. So, but in that version, right, he showed the same type of discipline towards him, but at the end of it was a love that was there. Versus in Denzel's character, no disrespect to Denzel once again, but I didn't see no love there. There was nothing there. And the reason why I played the last clip is that I want to put example out there. A kid can only take so much. I mean, you can discipline him, you can yell at him, you can scream at him or her. At some point when they grow up, they're going to grow up resembling or resisting you. And they're going to want to get away from you. Or they're going to, or it might be in it. Y'all might be in the worse off shape. That's just my opinion.
You're right. I did hear something about physical discipline. I can honestly say that I've never whipped my children. Although it's very popular in our culture, corporal punishment, but I've never whipped my children. And it's mainly because I was taught strategy on how to discipline my children through the ideologies of respect. My children feared me, but I've never even threatened to whip my children. And my reason for not doing so is that I can't bring myself to even think about instilling fear in my children. I know it's a weird dynamic, but I don't want my children to I don't want that type of fear in the eyes of my children from someone who cares for them. Does that make any sense?
I mean, it's your right. You can do that. But fear is sometimes the best medicine. Here's why.
Right.
What kids get in, you fear for your kids more than anything. due to the fact that all the things that are in this in America, in this world, period, can affect that child. And your child may get into something that you don't want him to get into. Or they say that, you know, it's always the curse, so to speak, that when you did something, your child end up may do something that you did so many years ago. And so you have to, and in my opinion, you have to instill enough fear. See, what my father did was he put me out. We drove out in the fields back in Michigan, and right where there was nothing but land out there. And we sat in the car, and mind you, he's handicapped. We sat in the car and we had a conversation, a long hour conversation that I will never ever forget. And that alone instilled some fear in me. It's like you wanna leave, you feel some type of way, go and get out the car. Just go and get out the car. If not, you're gonna do as I say, and that will be.
Well, that's a fear. That's a fear of reality. I can deal with that. The fear, the fear of a physical application to my children. That's why I have an issue with. That's the part I couldn't do. Now, you know, giving them, you know, a verbal tongue lashing on what's to be expected, or about life, you know, I can deal with that kind of fear. Because at that point, I'm explaining to them the consequences of what's to come if, you know, something doesn't go a particular way.
Well, let me ask you: if you had to do it, how many chances would you give your kids before you had to do it? Before you had to give them the physical consequence, how many chances would you give them?
I would say 2, but the question remains is, do I want the consequences to be physical or mental?
Sometimes they have to be. Sometimes, to me, in my opinion, it has to be physical because, and it doesn't have. But you know how to control. You know how to control yourself. You know. Because all these, and I catch these people online, right? I catch these people online whooping their kids. Is like, why are you? First of all, why are you doing it online? Secondly, I'm not that way to the point where I'm hurting my child like that. I'm like the most part. I'm never going below or going above the waistline. I'm always getting them here on the legs or on the behind. That's how my father did me, and that's how my mother did me until I actually grew up and she threw everything at me but the kitchen sink. But that's just that's how mothers are. But afterwards, if you had to get your children, it's the after effect. You need to go and tell your kids why you did the things that you did and have a conversation with them. You have to have a conversation with them. What you did in order for me to do what I did to you, and why that is, right? And they always gonna say, well, I know I should have done X, Y, and Z. And it's like, do you understand the consequences to your actions? And why you shouldn't be doing this? It's like they tell you all the time online. If you're gonna put your hand, if the stove is on, and you put your hand on the stove and you get burned, you're gonna get an immediate reaction and possibly a 3rd-degree burn. Are you gonna put your hand on the stove again?
I can understand. You know, I have 5 kids, man. I have 3 girls and 2 boys, and you know, I talk to my kids regularly. My youngest is currently right now playing college ball, but all of my kids are out of school. All of my kids are grown. But what you say?
All I said was,
What you mean? What you said?
You know, your son's playing ball for what school?
Grambling.
Nice.
Grambling State University. He was initially at the University of Memphis because he didn't get any HBCU offers. He had 23 offers, and not one was an HBCU. So we were able to put him into the portal so HBCU can pick him up. So he's at home now. He's comfortable.
Okay, cool.
But my children's biggest fear was my disappointment. That was their biggest fear was me being disappointed in anything they did that was wrong.
Could you elaborate further?
Well, for example, let me give you. I want to give you something that actually happened. My son, the same one, was actually at the University of Memphis, and they were going out. And I was very, very close with his coach, his unit coach. And some kids went out and got arrested. And these were some of my son's closest friends. Play ball with him. And my son didn't go because one of the guys was having an altercation with somebody else, and they were actually going there to see the guy. And when I was able to talk to his unit coach about what happened, because I knew that was his friends, and his unit coach told me, "Hey, man, Andrew told me he didn't go, man, because he didn't want that to get back to you. He was concerned about what I would think, because I've had a conversation with him about the company he keeps, all right, and how to assess the company that you keep. So because of the conversations I've had with him about conflict and separating yourself from what seems to be conflict, it worked out in my favor. Because had I not had that conversation with him, I'm convinced my son would have gotten that car and got arrested and lost a scholarship.
Damn. Is it hard?
What'd you say?
Is it? Do you believe it's easy, or is it difficult to be a father in this day and age?
Yes. But in my opinion, it's easy. It's easy, and the reason why I say it's easy because there are too many walking examples of what happens when you go against the grain.
Mm.
You know, back when our parents and our grandparents were around, in their teenage years, things that were shameful were hidden.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
So my mother had even in all of her successes, my mother had my oldest sister when she was 17 years old. She was at Walter Elkhorn High School. When my mother found out she was pregnant, she had to go to another school that only had pregnant women. She couldn't go back to her high school until my sister was born.
Yeah.
So that is what we have lost. We've lost shame. Needless to say, there are too many walking examples of what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So it's easier for me to point out. Now my oldest daughter got arrested. Okay, she got arrested because she didn't follow the same advice I've given to all my children about the character of the friends that you hang with, and it wasn't until after it happened that she was able to see that Daddy was right. Now, but here's where the rubber meets the road. when she went to jail, she was in Austin, Texas. And I told my wife, let her stay there.
Yep.
She stayed in jail for 6 days. All right? We-On-Loc. Ask me what her bond was.
About, usually comes up to like 10,000.
Her bond was $250, and I wouldn't pay it.
You did what you had to do.
And the reason why I wouldn't pay it, now, if she accidentally did something, I'm in her corner. But because I've given you the advice of what not to do, and you what'd you say?
As you didn't, I was going to add until you did not heed my advice, so therefore.
Correct. And the situation was, my daughter's not a weed smoker, okay, but she knew when she got into the car that there was weed in the car, and she knew who the weed belonged to. So when they got pulled over, and the person who the weed was for had already been arrested for weed before. So guess what? The friend didn't claim the marijuana that belonged to her.
Wow.
So you know how it goes. If you and I are in a car and we get pulled over and there's something in the car illegal, you don't claim it, I don't claim it, guess what? We both have to go to jail and the courts have to figure it out.
Yep.
And I've had this conversation with my children. So as mad as she was with me for not coming bail her out, she understood why.
So did that change her, or did it not change her? Did she go on the same course?
It changed.
So it did change her. Okay.
Yeah, it did change her. And like I said, she was upset with me, and I told my wife, don't pay that bond. I talked to her aunts. Do not pay that bond. Let her ass sit there.
Yeah, it's same thing that happened to me when he took me out on the fields and DeWitt, and he ended up having a long conversation because of the simple fact that he could not touch me. I felt that I was invincible until he caught me in the corner one time. But he had to have a long discussion with me, and he ended up calling the police at another point in time, and I ended up going to juvie, and my mom ended up bailing me out. But it's for the simple fact that it's not the fact that he didn't love me; it was the simple fact that I was out of control. I was out of control, and I ended up staying with my mom, and it's not the discipline is there. It doesn't have to be that high, but it has to be high enough for a person to understand. A kid, especially at this day and age, where you have the Cardi B's, not the Cardi B's. Who's the one person? The Sexy Reds of the world, right? We fear our daughters becoming hurt. We fear our daughters. Yeah.
Chris Rock said, as a father, your greatest responsibility is to keep her off the pole.
Keep her off the damn pole. And keep her from turning in some lip gloss into some damn STD name. Like what? The hell? I told my kids never to listen to no damn Cardi B. Don't listen to no damn Meg Thee Stallion. Don't listen to no damn Sexy Red. Whoever coming down the street.
I had an instructor when I was in college, Dr. Calvin Ricks. Never forget him a day in my life, man. He actually got me to understand why corporal punishment with black children don't work, and how there's a more effective solution if you get the children to understand who butters the bread. For example, sociology, is a study of human development. Matter of fact, MLK, I think his undergrad degree was in sociology. He was a sociologist. And I did a complete study on incarceration and punishment there too. So if you realize that part of the rehabilitation process is to take those things that people have access to every day, and you take them away from people and you let them earn it piece by piece, right? So if you go to prison, some of the things that's in prison become very monumental to them, but on the outside world, it's nothing. Like a pack of crackers in jail, people will actually fight behind those in jail because it's been pedestalized as something major there. So if you look at the way that institutions deal with people who commit offenses, they only take away their privileges. They take away their phone. They take away their visitation. They take away their yard. You follow me? Prisons don't whip them, but for some strange reason now, for over the last maybe 10 years, in Angola, which is one of the worst prisons in the South, now you can have someone who's serving life in the same population with someone who's only serving 5 years. At one point, they only kept the lifers together. But because these lifers have privileges and they don't want to lose those privileges, they're not going to now beat up on the person that's serving 5 years. Matter of fact, this is the reason why people who commit sex offenses are going to jail and not getting beat up behind their sex offenses, because those people that used to do that now have privileges. They don't want to lose those privileges.
Oh, and they are lifers. Yeah. I don't know. I never went to prison. I never want to go to prison.
I went every other month for 3.5 years. All right, I went there, and I went there to speak with a group of gentlemen. We had something that was called the Silverback Society, and we used to go there and we used to speak on accountability. Because everybody in prison is innocent, but our objective was to get them to understand that you're not fully ready for society until you've accepted your responsibility for what you've done. Now, more than often, you may not be in jail, even if you were innocent. You've put yourself in a position to be seen as guilty. So how do you change that situation?
Tell the people, how would you change your situation? Depending upon the crime, depending on what you did. If you were it's kind of hard because they have so many categories: murder, rapist, sex offender. They have all types of categories. I'll go robber. If you robbed a store before, if you robbed a store and you're going to have to go ahead and pay back society, you're going to have to do all types of social work. You're going to have to do community service and stuff like that. How can you change your life around? Give back. If you are, and forgive me, because I've never been to prison. I've never been to prison, not once. I've been to juvenile. I went to juvenile court for assault and battery. And on probation for 10 years. And my probation officer went to check on me every single day. Or every single week, every once a week. Right, until he couldn't check on me no more because I was often cool. I was living with my mom at the time. You know what I'm saying? My mom kept me grounded. So.
Well, so you wanted me to explain something. What in particular you wanted me to explain?
When it with what? With fatherhood or jail?
No, you mentioned something about jail. I mentioned about changing the situation, and you
Okay,
said you want me.
how can you change a person who has been locked away from society for so long? How can you change that person?
Well,
and does it work? Because remember, we're dealing with children here who have AK-47s, right? We have children who have Glocks with drums, and they're killing themselves on a whim, right? Not talking that black on black crime stuff, but I'm just seeing and I'm expressing to you what I see on an everyday basis on YouTube, and this is just YouTube. Sometimes it happens here. Sometimes that crap happens here in Las Vegas, where I live, right? So you grab it, okay? Grab it, or you grabbing the laptop. Oh wait, where'd my man go? Oh, I guess he'll be back. But people are dealing with this on a day-to-day basis, right? And I'm just wondering, how can we get? I guess what I'm asking is, how can we get society back to at least decent, at least in a decency part where it used to be? It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work in society. It's going to take a lot within ourselves, within our community, to change and have the next generation grow up and knowing that they're safe. But it's too much division going on. It's too much dividing. You know what I'm saying? So what can we do? I'm up for anything at this point. Other than that, I can just sit. I'm just sitting back and enjoying my family. Because, like, again, I hardly have to discipline my children. Hardly ever have to discipline my children. And hardly have to say anything. I'm going to talk to them, of course. I'm going to talk to them and all that and let them know it's like, hey, you got to go. You got to handle your business, and you got to go to bed at a certain hour, 9 o'clock, 9:30. You have until the weekend to mess around, unless you have a whole bunch of homework. Then you don't have a lot to mess around, but you have time, right? So that's where I'm at with that. But fatherhood is very important, and it needs to be discussed. Fatherhood is rarely talked about ever. It's like I said, what do we usually talk about? We're talking about Cardi B, we're talking about P. Diddy, we're talking about Bill Cosby, we're talking about celebrityism, we're talking about females who aren't feminine enough. I think it's time to turn a page. I think it's time to turn a corner. I mean, I can be on YouTube and I can express to you how I can show you some fun stuff. I can show you some ignorant stuff. But very mildly should I do that anymore, because it's been done several times already. All the ignorance has been done, and people are going to say to me, well, it's entertainment. This is business. This is business to people. This is business. This is how people make their money. By causing chaos. I'm not talking about those individuals who have 9 people on the panel and they talk about real life shit. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who just want to create chaos to get their likes up, not realizing it can affect the chaos that they're spewing online can cause and have a cause and effect somewhere else. Right. But if you think that this is your business, if you think that this is your therapy, then have at that. But just know when you have 900 people, let's just say you have 900 people in your chat, right? You have 900 people following you. Are they actually following you, or they're actually following the chaos that you spill? When you see emojis in the chat of them laughing, are they laughing with you, or are they laughing at you? See, numbers don't bother me. Numbers don't bother me because this is not a business to me. This is a hobby, right? Because I do this online stuff, 2 or 3 days out the week. It doesn't bother me. But the one thing that does bother me is that when people bitch and moan about families, there's not enough families. There's not enough black families. This and that is. We need to be family oriented. We need to start marrying our wives. We need our girls to be our wives. Well, some of you Negroes don't want to marry your future wives. You don't want to marry your future wives. You still want to be girlfriends because you don't want the responsibility, or the accountability. You don't want the accountability. You just want to be a girlfriend. You just want to be a girlfriend. Or a boyfriend. You just want to be a boyfriend for the rest of your life. That's not going to cut it. You have approximately, the max is 3 years to a female. And if you don't want to be married to the person that you've been with for so long, I don't know what's wrong with you. Unless both of you need to have an agreement to finish school. If both of you have an agreement to finish school to get a degree and get a job, get that job and sustain a long period to make that money and to make that money stick. Unless you've had that discussion, all that is non and void. All that shit is non and void, my guy. So you either marry her or you marry her, you just need to let her go. Back to fatherhood. And the reason, the ultimate reasons why I played those 2 clips, and actually 3, I'm sorry. When I played those actual clips in the first place, we need to establish why fatherhood is a must. Why fatherhood is simply missed. And we need to tell the ladies, we need to tell the women of our community that just because you have a disagreement with one another on a regular basis doesn't mean you have to sacrifice the children's success. It's very, very, very important. It's very, very telling We need to. I can say all day we need to do better, but we need to show and prove. I need to see it, and that's and mainly, possibly, maybe one day, hopefully one day, I can get off my soapbox. But I see that we still need healing. We don't need to be in a marriage. We don't need to be in a relationship. We need to heal. We need to learn how to heal one another through counseling, through whatever. We need to heal. Now, let's see if, and for those who are, I'm on IG as well. Shouts out to the people on IG. Shouts out to the people on IG as well as YouTube. Let's see here. Women's design strategies. Let's do this one. Let's check these people out. Let me give a shout out to the people on IG. What is up with you? Let me see if I can get more people on there. This is my first time doing both. This is my first time doing both. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
Haters. My issue is, as Shannon Sharp never speaks on the disrespect the rest of the women of the WNBA experience. Always defending Caitlyn. The WNBA disrespect didn't start with Caitlyn. They've been disrespected for years. Caitlyn Buzz made that hate way worse, and the people who tried to have the other women's back got called haters. But people like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, who wanted to be thankful for ratings boosts. Martell C. Parks. This is why I said the WNBA has a "what about me" issue. Happy Shannon calling it out right in front of who started it. Shannon Sharp. That's your issue, not mine. I have no issue with anything I said in regards to WNBA and its players, past or present.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. That's your issue, not mine. I have no. All right, yeah. Go to the next one. I already read that one. So Shannon Sharp, why are you? I'm guessing he meant to say on my page. Don't you have another horse to ride of his hair? Stop trying to kill my vibe. Shannon talking to Ungodly West. My issue is, as Shannon Sharp never speaks on the disrespect the rest of the women of the WNBA experience. Always defending Caitlyn. The WNBA disrespect didn't start with Caitlyn. They've been disrespected for years. Caitlyn Buzz made that hate way worse, and the people who tried to have the other women's back got called haters. But people like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, who wanted us to be thankful for ratings boosts. Martell C. Parks. This is why I said the WNBA has a "what about me" issue. Happy Shannon calling it out right in front of who started it. Shannon Sharp. That's your issue, not mine. I have no issue with anything I said in regards to WNBA and its players, past or present.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. That's your issue, not mine. I have no. All right, yeah. Go to the next one. I already read that one. So Shannon Sharp, why are you? I'm guessing he meant to say on my page. Don't you have another horse to ride of his hair? Stop trying to kill my vibe. Shannon talking to Ungodly West. Shannon Sharp. Okay, September 25th, 2024 at 6:06. I will no longer respond to any negativity. It's not that serious for me. I got kids. I would be upset with them if they responded in this manner. This is beneath me. Y'all pray for me though.
Wow.
Beneath for the F.
Oh, these are some of the comments. Can you read those?
Yeah.
That's
Like that
a
man
shock.
went on. Oh shit. Ungodly West. I guess this is her comeback. Like that man. Man went on Instagram. Live, pumping and dumping and grunting like he a warthog and he to look like a man, but he worried about black women's hair. Don't get it. Fairy Season say a dark-skinned man being anti.
I can't believe I was on mute the entire time. So I'll read it back. Let me do this. I'll read it back. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'll go ahead and read it back. Where was I? The Portia J. She says Shannon Sharp making a joke about horsehair is another example of internalized anti-blackness. The miss. Maybe I can look that up. I can't even pronounce that word right. But the ignorance, the misignorance here is wild. While spraying for men aside, First Take truly is the C chamber. Something cunt chamber. I guess he's trying to say cunt. If a white dude said that, he'd never see a camera again. Oh my God. This social immigration shit is getting on my nerves. What else was said? Making an anti-black comment like this is wild. Why? While trying to improve, excuse me, let me do that again. Making an anti-black comment like this while trying to prove you don't have a biased against black women. The jokes write themselves. Horsehair jokes in 2024. So I guess Shannon Sharp was making a joke about Meg Thee Stallion's hair. I don't know. But as old and I mean, Shannon Sharp, he's in shape. He's in shape, not in football shape, but he's in shape nevertheless. But he too old in country to be talking about women's hair now.
Anti-black, surprise, surprise. Niggas that is literally Megan Thee Stallion with her natural hair. Sierra, horsehair. Meanwhile, that's a picture of Megan Thee Stallion whose natural hair is curly and long. Miss Bayek Siwa. So the profile picture is Megan Thee Stallion, whom you recently apologized to for making similar remarks. Whoa, damn, didn't you just apologize to her? Portia J. Shannon Sharp making a joke about horsehair is yet another example of his internalized.
I remember that on his podcast, he did apologize to her on the Shay Club. He did apologize to her, but now it's not in void because you was talking about the woman's head.
Anti-blackness. The misogynoir here is wild. Julian, wild straight for Megan aside. First take truly is the something C. I don't know the rest of the word blurted out, but truly is the C chamber. If a white dude said that, he'd never see a camera again.
I think it's cum chamber.
Oh
my God.
First take is the cum chamber. If a white dude said that, he'd never see a camera again. Temporary dual citizen. Making an anti-black comment like this while trying to prove you don't have a bias against black women. The jokes write themselves. Scotty, a horsehair joke in 2024. Clever girl. Saw a black woman in an Abbey and decided to do misogynoir whole time. All right, next one.
No, I think that's that. So
Make the Stallions it. But everybody white want to get in the mix too. It's crazy. Freaking crazy. What do white folks know about black hair? Oh, I forgot. It's their right. The civil right. It's their constitutional right to know about black women's hair. Like, what the? Now, if it's natural, if it's not natural, then yeah. But like they know about natural hair, as stringy as fuck as their head is.
So,
so you're pretty familiar. Yeah. You sound like you're familiar with the situation. Give us a little bit of the tea. Whatever
I'm not.
You're not.
You know.
Okay. Is anyone familiar with this particular situation? Do they know what's going on with this back and forth with Shannon Sharp?
I just know a little bit about it. I just heard that people just think he's favoring Caitlin Clark. They just, a lot of women.
Oh yeah, that part. So this whole Caitlin Clark situation, I think this she's from the Chicago stage or something like that. I don't follow women's basketball or whatever. There was a time when I did. There was a time where I did with Rebecca Lobo and Cheryl Swoops and Lisa Leslie. I followed that the first year and then I stopped following it. I was trying to be supportive, but it's like, I mean, thank God we got, the Las Vegas Aces and they won 2 championships. Congratulations. We get the ladies of Las Vegas, they won 2 championships. We've been put on the map. We have been put on the map, but not with just them, with hockey too. Now, if some odd straight, if we have to somehow, and right now the Las Vegas Raiders are doing good, but they ain't going to no damn Super Bowl. Not anytime soon. But they're doing good right now. Hey, I'm thinking about becoming Raider Nation my damn self. Because I'm sick and tired of being a Cowboy fan and them losing everything. It's like, who cares if they lost to New York or they beat New York? Who cares? They possibly might beat Philly. Who cares? But the point is Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith are falling in love with this white chick. not even lost the name. They fall in love with this chick. What's her name?
And not just women, but people just been questioning. They just a lot of women, not just women, but people just think he's favoring Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, fucking Caitlin Clark. They had their wits and kissing Caitlin Clark's ass because she is a good shooter. It sounds like it seems like to me when I watch her, she's a pure shooter. She can shoot from NBA range, and she is very good on offense. Defense, something lacking there. Defense is something lacking there. Defense is something lacking there. Because she just stands around and she does absolutely nothing. So she's garbage in that degree. But she is nothing more to me than a Steve Nash. She is nothing more than a Steve Nash, the white boy from the Dallas Mavericks. I forgot what his name was. The people who can't play defense, a lick of defense, but can play a hell of offense. Those are she's considered that. But what about all the other black women who are rookies themselves, who really make a name for themselves? Or what about all the veterans? You don't get it. It's a fucking bias. It's really a fucking bias. What up, Black Goddess? Salute to you. Salute. It's really a bias against black women, but that's what Shannon Sharp likes because he likes white women. Can we be for real? Can we be honest? Can we be for real? Can we be 1,000% honest with it? He loves white women.
They just a lot of women, not just women, but people just been questioning his sexuality. I think men that come off that way, yeah.
Why are they questioning? Wait a minute. Why are they questioning Shannon Sharp's sexuality? Didn't he just allegedly come out with a sex tape? Didn't that nigga just come out with a sex tape? Oh, and what's trippy is that I don't think that was his voice. But then again, I don't know. He's not denying it. He came on his podcast, I think, because he has two different ones. He came on one of his podcasts and he started nigga explaining I made a mistake. But I don't really care about all that because people make mistakes all the time. But I believe the white girl has something to do with it. I believe that the white girl has something to do with it because he went on. He did the preview, the football preview show with Ocho Cinco, and he said, and I quote, and I'm just paraphrasing. They calling me gay on social media. I ain't gay no more. After the aftermath of the quote unquote sex tape, he said, I ain't gay no more.
I think they tend to like only assume that he only like white women or he might be gay. And I don't know how to feel about this because it's like horsehair. That's so throwback. And it's like that had to be internalized somewhere. I just felt like, why not stick to the topic? She stuck to, I'm all down for, hey, you talk about my headline, you know how men feel about losing my hair. Hey, go ahead, you here below the belt. But why not just stick to the topic? Like she was just saying, she feels that you favor another, woman over him. And her delivery could have been better, but you could still snap back while still staying on topic. I feel like when you get off topic and go completely left and right, it's like, okay, now it's getting personal. Now she hit a trigger. Where that trigger coming from? What's up with that trigger?
So in your opinion, who do you think violated first and made it a personal attack?
I think she made it kind of personal because she's obviously a black woman. So she felt like, she internalized it. Just like, when you feel your brother's pain, she felt her sister. I do feel like Shannon Sharp's, to me, when I watch his interviews about players and stuff, he seems to have a fair opinion to me. So I can't really say unless I actually seen the basketball and know the women and how they play and things of that nature. I can't say if it's a bias.
I hate to be biased. I'm about to be biased my damn self. Why do we pay attention to female sports as men? Why do we pay attention to female sports? Other than tennis, which Serena Williams retired, Venus and Serena retired, so we're not going to see them anymore. But there is another black girl on the scene. She's half black, half Asian. People are going to be paying attention to it because tennis is one of the most watched sports because of Serena and Venus. Because of Serena and Venus, not just all the other white girls that get overpaid and shit like that. They're even paying attention. They're not expiring. Okay, Venus and Serena Williams were the most expired sports figures in history in the sport of tennis, because you had two primary black women who came up off of the ghetto, and their father, giving credit to their father, who put the racket in their hand and the racquetball in their hand, raised them up to be young ladies. From young ladies came awesome women, historical women, right? But do they get any respect? Not in white society, they don't. Not in white society, they don't. The Sharapova's, that's a little skinny ass white, whatever, right? She'll get the notoriety. She'll get the notoriety more than they would, but we know in Black America who the real deal is.
It's a fan or not. So that's the reason why I can't really gauge whether she was telling the truth or was it a lie. Because if it's the truth, she just clocking it. But if he's really defending Caitlin Clark because she's that girl and she's hitting these stats and hey, give props where it's due. He can't help she white. You feel me? And Angel Reese out the game now with her hand. Them the only two people I really see often on my timeline. So it's like I can't really say unless somebody else can tell me whether or not, if you know the game, had a reason to feel how she feel. I think this comes from different interviews. Like she said, she didn't just get this from one interview, but it sounded like she was going off of multiple interviews he's had.
Nice. So I get that part of it. Here's a lot of the things that I've heard that's going on with Shannon Sharp. He's been dealing with a lot of turmoil lately. That
I don't know how I used to work before Monday.com.
The work management platform? Nah, I don't like people telling me how to work. I have my own ways.
Oh.
They're making money.
His transition over from Fox Sports and all that. He's been in the limelight just from there. He's had a lot of guests, a lot of ups and downs. The Cat Williams interview was crazy. A lot of people are trying to insinuate that he did that live on purpose because it takes 4 steps for you to go live in actuality. So it's very difficult to see how that could happen, especially if you're not someone who would even have the menu open. You don't ever do live. It's kind of weird. We can only speculate and have our opinions about it. Nobody can really prove whether it's real or not, but something's fishy about it for it to go on and still happen to be on the floor. That's so weird for me. And then you got another phone and you're saying you're getting calls from that one. I don't know. It could happen. Yes, it could happen. The likelihood of that happening in that way, kind of bogus to me. And then he had my phone was hacked, but then no, it's not hacked. It It happened by mistake though, and I was just getting busy. And then you start advertising these weird male performance pills at the same time. I thought that was peculiar. So
That's a lie. That's a lie. Why would he advertise that? Why would he advertise a sex video? I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. But then I'm still banking on the girl that he was with. She turned that shit on. I'm still banking on it. No, why would you advertise that? It's your fault. You should have worn it. You know, I ain't got no beef with Shannon. I don't have any beef with Shannon because I have to give him credit where credit is due, and trying to help Colin Kaepernick. And you know, he spoke with Colin Kaepernick. He's did the interview with Catwick. I mean, I don't have nothing against the cat. It's just that you Snow Bunny. It's disappointing. It's like you couldn't find not one black woman. You couldn't find out one. You couldn't get with Meg because you 50 something years old. She's what, 20? About to be 20. She's in her 20s, still about to be 30. My point is you couldn't find not one black woman to be with. God dang. Now I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen to him. I hope this doesn't happen to him where he get framed by the white person that he was with that night. I mean, he would get like it was the last piece of boom boom that he was gonna ever have in his life. I mean, we all heard it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Shannon's life. Shannon's getting busy on her life. Hey, is you crazy? Is he still up for first take? Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know what's up with that. Why he was doing that. So that all to me just seemed kind of weird. And then there was a lot of I know Di, you touched on it, people questioning his sexuality. I never even entertained that, but a lot of people are trying to say that he has this, like this whole thing was like what they call a beard, where they try to make you look like you are straight. This whole situation, they're trying to say that because there's like a guy who he's around a lot in the front row seats and everything else who's obviously lame.
Wait, it takes a few steps to get the recorder started. You're right. When I guess when you're a female, you know what you're doing. You're right, because that's all they do. That's all women get on social media for. They handle their business. Most of their lives are on social media now. So I hear what you're saying, Britt. I hear what you're saying. He needs to be careful. It doesn't just accidentally correct. It doesn't just accidentally start. Either he did it or she did it. Somebody had to. If I press this button, I say, IG, Instagram, I'll see you later, peace, and I hit the X. That's it. Instagram, I'll see you later, peace. What? No, it don't work that way, that don't work that way. But he still has his job, so he still has his job. He still has his podcast, so I can't shame the brother. I mean, and this is what I will say. I'm glad he's away from Skip. I'm glad he's away from Skip Bayless. That's and Skip. You know, do I have a lot to say about Skip Bayless? No, I don't. That was the weirdest white man on television, but it got views. Not just with him. It was with people who he had on his live shows, and I would have to say some of it was I could never go on. I could never turn on the television and immediately listen to Skip and say Shannon or Skip and a Stephen A. Smith talk. It was fun then. It's not so fun anymore. It was fun then. It's not so fun anymore. Especially with the whole Miami Heat situation. LeBron James ain't a shooter. Blah 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 blah. He's not Kobe Bryant. Blah 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 blah. Even Kobe Bryant's not Kobe. I love those conversations, even though he didn't know what half of what he was talking about. I love those specific conversations, but this is not. You can't get away with this one, bruh. Sorry.
So they think that there is something going on with that guy, and he's trying to cover it up with this whole thing. Where this beef came from, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. I know you touched on it a little bit, but I don't know if anybody knows any more than that. That's all the information that I have on Shannon Sharpe right now. But he's going to be the.
Yeah, he's a goofball. He's a freaking goofball. But yeah, we've done good. We've done good for today. We've done real good. We can do better, but we've done real good for the day. So I definitely would like to thank Bridge. M. Mills, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? How have you been? Thank you for stopping by. Lisa Carter, do I have to explain? Do I have to self-explain? No. I'll talk to you sometime later on tonight or later on tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Sheila, Quiet Storm, thank you for coming by. The Word, thank you for coming by. Thank you for the support. In my conclusion to a lot of topics that I dare not hit on the Janet situation because Janet can take care of herself, number one. She doesn't have to apologize, number two, for having an opinion about one Kamala Harris. She does not have to apologize for any of that. None of it. Her opinion is her opinion. Actually, her opinion is a fact, but whatever. Whatever. Keep on doing what you do, baby girl. We are behind you 1,000%. As far as the other topics that we hit tonight, I think we can continue on what is important versus what is like a horizontal topic. I don't mind hitting horizontal topics, but the vertical topics I want to concentrate on, and it don't get as much views, is for the simple fact that it's chaotic. It's chaotic. It's very much chaotic, and it's very much hitting on who's doing what in society today, and what can we do to make content out of it. If a dude punches a woman in the face, that is content, because we can critique and we can analyze what went wrong within the situation and what could have been avoided, her getting punched in the face. And it always goes to, well, the woman could have should have been in her femininity in the first place because I feel that she was too masculine. That gets viewed. Because not only do we have the men arguing, and you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Agreeing with other men, but we have women who come up on the panel and they are the exact opposites of each other. It doesn't matter as long as it's picking up steam. I'm not saying what we did tonight was great, but I maxed out at a certain number. I would like to have more. But we live in society now where chaos is inevitable. It's inevitable. But let something happen to your child, or let something happen to somebody that's important in your life, right? Should we cover that? Should we cover those topics? Should we cover the topics when you get pulled over by the police and they snatch you up out the car and they beat you to a bloody pulp and you get the opportunity and you get the acquiesce and say, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, and the next thing you know, you're pushing up daisies. Should we cover those? At some point, you're going to have to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. We've heard all this before. But it's entertaining. It's like, it's a refresher. It's entertaining. They say it's therapy. What about real therapy? And I want to give a shout out to Evolutionary Media. Evolutionary Media. That is a fun live stream. That is a fun live stream to be in. Seriously, it's fun. But at some point, do we constantly have to talk about the females all day? Just saying. I mean, at least at this juncture, they make it fun to talk about, But at least they ain't no, I'm gonna see you when I see you type of thing. Ain't nothing happening like that going on, or your dick is too small, and I mean, we're dealing with a woman who is bi, and it's cool because she's not biased, but she does have questions, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be visiting her in her live streams quite often indeed, quite often. And the last one that we had to hit was fatherhood, fences, father and son dynamic, from a father to son, from a father to son, from a father to son dynamic. What would it look like going down the pipeline from generation to generation, father to son, father to son? In this era, is discipline annoyed or is discipline needed? Is discipline annoyed needed? Is discipline not needed? Or is discipline needed at this particular time? Physical, non-physical, it has to be some type of discipline, whether it be mental discipline or physical discipline, or both. Because if we don't, we're going to be looking at the next generation looking down at us with a loaded gun. Or worse. Thank you for coming to the stream tonight. Thank you for coming on to the stream tonight. I'll possibly be on tomorrow because I got to cover one more tape. But thank you for those who I just mentioned. Thank you for coming to the stream tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Please try to support your boy in the near future. Support us in the near future. This is We-On-Loc Nation signing off.